At 2:45 in the morning, I wake up to the sound of my truck roaring to life. But I didn't start it. Someone else did. And in that moment, everything changed. Someone stole from me, but what they didn't realize was I had the perfect plan for payback. If you've ever been wronged, humiliated, or made to feel like a fool by someone who thought they could get away with it, hit that like button, subscribe, and get ready. This story is about to get sweet, sweet justice. It was supposed to be just another quiet morning. The sun wasn't even up yet, and yet, at 2:45 a.m., my truck's engine roared to life, rattling through the silence of my neighborhood. At first, I thought I was dreaming, but then I heard it, my truck, running. That sickening noise made my blood boil. I jumped out of bed, grabbed the nearest jacket, and rushed outside, only to realize my truck was gone. What kind of idiot steals a truck at that hour? I thought, still groggy but furious. The last thing I needed was for someone to screw with me like this. As I reached the driveway, I saw the telltale signs. The hollowed-out catalytic converters, 2 of them, were missing from under my truck. My heart sank, but a flash of something else took over. Revenge. I wasn't going to call the cops. This wasn't just some random theft. This was personal. These weren't seasoned criminals, no. These were 2 local idiots who thought they could get away with it. I knew exactly who it was. 2 young guys from a neighborhood, driving around in a busted-up, police-impersonating Crown Vic, beat up, no plates, no insurance, rattling like a junkyard on wheels. They were known for causing trouble, stealing, and probably dealing with shady characters at the local chicken shack. They thought I wouldn't notice. They thought they could swipe the converters without a second thought. But what they didn't know, I noticed everything. Instead of calling the cops, I decided to get a bit creative. I had a friend in code enforcement, and I gave him a heads up I was going to get that car towed, and I had a very specific place in mind. I watched for days as these guys scoured the neighborhood, looking for their car, clueless that I had a much bigger plan brewing. It wasn't until I spotted that damn Crown Vic sitting alone on a quiet street that I made my move. I called in the tip, and soon enough, the green light was given. The car was mine now, legally speaking. It wasn't street legal, no plates, no lights, and the worst engine you could imagine. I arranged a tow, and within minutes, that car was on its way, straight to the police station. As I stood there, watching the cops run the VIN, I could see the realization dawning on their faces. The car hadn't been registered since 2011, and the owner? Not the kids who'd been driving it. In fact, the owner had long since sold it off, with no title and a stack of unpaid back registration fees. The police couldn't do much, but they did let me take the car straight to the junkyard. The junkyard wasn't going to let anyone walk away with that car. They already knew who these guys were, and they had a plan of their own. A few hours later, I got word that the 2 idiots were running around, asking anyone if they'd seen their car. They didn't know what had hit them. I could practically feel the rage they must have been experiencing. They finally found the car at the junkyard, but they didn't get what they thought they would. One of them tried to distract the owner, while the other tried to steal it back. But the junkyard had already cut the drive shaft before they even got close. I couldn't have planned it better myself. I missed the part where they got arrested, but I wasn't too worried. Seeing those guys get caught, I felt the rush of satisfaction. They thought they could get away with it. But they hadn't realized yet that their bad decisions were about to come back and haunt them. The next time I saw them, they were sitting in a jail cell, probably wondering how things had gone so wrong. And as I walked past the junkyard the next day, I could see the car, their car, reduced to nothing more than a crushed heap of metal. It was almost poetic. I don't think I've ever felt so vindicated. I watched the junkyard use a crane to rip the car apart. It looked like something a toddler would have done, just ripping the car down to the bare frame, all in a matter of minutes. Seeing the wreckage, it hit me. This wasn't just a petty revenge. This was justice. These guys had disrespected me, taken my property, and thought they could walk away without consequence. They were wrong. In the end, the car was nothing more than a pile of junk. But what I got from it, what I really got, was a feeling of justice served. Sometimes, the only way to deal with people who think they can take what's yours is to make them feel the weight of their actions. and I made sure they felt it. If this story gave you chills, hit that like button and leave a comment telling us about the most satisfying revenge you've ever witnessed. And don't forget to subscribe for more stories like this. Until next time, keep your eyes open. Sometimes justice is closer than you think.